Two of the most popular streaming devices, the Roku 4K streaming stick and the brand new Firestick 4K Max. And one commonly asked question I get is, which one should I purchase? And you'd be surprised, that's actually a harder question to answer than you might think, because these both have the same common goal in what they want to accomplish. They want to help you stream content. However, they do that in two very different ways. So in this video, we're gonna break down what's different about these devices, what is better about the Roku streaming stick, what's better about the Firestick 4K Max, and ultimately, which one would be a better choice for you, the consumer. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, I do weekly videos helping you save money on streaming, so make sure you go follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, TikTok and stuff like that. Let's get into the video. Starting with the hardware and accessories for the Firestick 4K Max. In the box comes with the actual device. You have the new style remote that comes with a few extra options on it, your power block, your power cord, and this handy adapter that allows you to get in those HDMI ports that might have another one next to it and is in a bit of an awkward position. Really handy accessory. And now for the Roku system, you get the main stick and you can see it is quite a bit smaller, which is needed because you don't actually get that HDMI adapter. Power block, really long power cord. One thing you're gonna notice about the power cord is this little box in the middle of it, and that is actually a long range Wi-Fi receiver, so handy addition. And you have their remotes. When you look at the remotes, you're gonna see they are nearly identical. A few different shortcut options at the bottom, and a couple more options for the Fire TV remote. For example, they have this shortcut directly to the live TV, but a lot of people really like the volume buttons on the Roku remote being on the side. One area everybody seems to always care about the most are the specs, which of course, it makes sense. You're paying for the hardware. You want it to be powerful, or at least enough to do the job. Let's start with resolution. Both of them are 4K. They support Dolby Vision and they're HDR10+. So you're essentially getting top of the line resolution from both of them. As well for audio, both these are equipped with Dolby Atmos, meaning you're getting the best audio experience possible. Both of these are going to offer 16 gigabytes of storage, where the Firestick 4K Max gives you 2 gigabytes of RAM, and the Roku streaming stick only gives you 1, but we're going to talk about why that doesn't matter as much in a little bit. Although neither of these are equipped with Ethernet ports, they do of course have access to Wi-Fi, and this is a bit of a point of contention because the biggest new thing is Wi-Fi 6E, which the Firestick 4K Max does offer. If you don't know what that is, you do need a router or modem that's compatible with it, so make sure you look it up. Essentially, it allows more devices to use your internet at the same time, so for smart home users, this is a big deal. Where the Roku streaming stick is only going to offer Wi-Fi 5. Now, Roku hasn't come out with a 2024 or 2025 stick model yet, so we could see this upgraded very soon. Amazon and Roku offer their own type of voice control for their devices. Obviously, Amazon's is a lot more advanced with Alexa, right? You use it for so many devices if you're in the Amazon ecosystem. As for Roku, they have their voice control assistant, which helps you navigate and control your device if you have trouble either using the buttons or you just want to be lazier, and it's honestly just easier sometimes. The next section of this video, we're going to go over the operating system, which makes all the difference with these devices. Because so far you've probably noticed they are very similar in a lot of ways. The Fire TV 4K Max runs Fire TV OS 8, which is basically a copy of Android that Amazon has remade and reworked to run with all their devices and all their systems. Where Roku has their own completely in-house operating system, which gives you a lot more limitations on what you're able to do with it. But enough of this, let's get into the operating system and the biggest differences between these two devices. So let's start with the Fire TV operating system. Again, this is custom to Amazon. And I usually find new users can find this a little convoluted. It starts with 6 little squares, which put on your most used and recently used apps. This is a really handy way to access things that you constantly use directly from your home screen. It also has a dedicated live TV. Now, this allows you to add other subscriptions you already paid for into one complete guide. Let me show you. You can see it's pretty simple, and I can add as many of my apps directly on here by going to Add Channels, And right here, all of the free and the paid apps can be added completely to one easy to use guide and system. It's really handy. It also comes with the Amazon App Store, which is a little different than the Google Play Store because Amazon is a lot pickier on what they allow in it. In fact, you can't even get Kodi in there. We have to sideload Kodi and other apps using different methods. Now, if you go into settings on your Fire TV device, there is a lot of stuff going on here. Recently, Amazon has done everything they can to make sure you stick to Amazon App Store apps. They don't want you downloading stuff that's not on the device. And because this is an Android-based device, you can do that actually really easily. So there's something called Developers Options, which allows you to install unknown apps. But to access it, you have to go to About Now, and we have to go to our Fire TV device, click on it 5 times. I'm not on the Macs here, but it's the same operating system, and it will eventually turn you into a developer. Now, to be honest, I think the Fire TV is one of the more convoluted operating systems, but at the end of the day, it still is Android, and it does give you a lot of customization options. Not as much as Google TV or Android TV devices, but still more than the Roku, which I want you guys to keep in mind when we look at the Roku operating system. Now, time for the Roku system, and honestly, me personally as a user, I like the Roku system interface better than the Fire TV. I find it's cleaner and it's a lot more organized. Take, for instance, your home screen. Now you click to the right and it has all of your pre-installed apps in these really big size boxes. They're easy to read and it's really easy to find stuff on it. Now, Roku has their dedicated streaming store, which they call channels, not apps. They're basically just apps. You can scroll through, but this is even more limited than the Fire TV, Amazon App Store, and definitely more limited than the Google Play Store. There is not a lot of stuff you can access through here. In fact, really all it has is the major streaming apps and a few like lifestyle and like really cheesy games on it as well, that you can play with like your Roku remote. They do also have their dedicated live TV, which is called Roku channels. Now, in fact, you can get Roku channels on your Android TV and Fire TV device as well, but these are channels that Roku includes with your device completely free, with some ads, but again, this isn't connecting all of them all together. As for customization, it's actually pretty easy to understand their settings. I find they lay everything out and make it very easy for the average user to understand. But this is a custom OS built off of Linux, and the biggest issue is there is no developers options. There is no way for you to install third-party apps on this. Roku is a locked device that pretty much only allows you to use what Roku wants you to use. And that is also Amazon's ultimate goal, I believe, but it's something Roku has done for years, in fact. So as I said, the operating system is really the biggest differentiator between these two things. Now, we know the Fire Stick Max on paper should be quite a bit faster, but the reality is the Roku streaming stick has a lock system. So it has the perfect amount of storage and the perfect amount of RAM to perform the task it's meant to perform. Where with the Amazon Fire Stick 4K Max, you may be doing stuff that Amazon doesn't want you to do, or you may be installing third-party apps. So having storage is important, and having extra RAM and a good processor really makes a difference. Now, the way I usually recommend these devices are pretty simple. If you want the easiest, tech-friendly streaming experience, you go with the Roku streaming stick. It is so easy to use and so easy to understand. There's not a whole lot you can mess up with it. And if you follow me on any of my platforms, you can always ask me how to fix any problem. I actually set up 2 of these with all the streaming apps for my mom because it's so simple and easy to use, and she's not the most tech literate person. And I know some of you might not be either, and that's okay, so this is a really great option. Now, if you're a little techier and you want to install third-party apps and you want to use your device and really customize it, that's where the Fire Stick comes in. You can install third-party apps, you can customize the operating system, the menu. There's some workarounds, but it can be done still. But like I said earlier, there is still a chance on future devices, Amazon is going to move to their own custom in-house Linux-based system. Now, the last thing you're probably thinking of, well, is there a major price difference? Because that may indicate whether you choose Roku or Fire Stick. And there isn't really a huge price difference. The Roku streaming stick goes for $49.99 regularly, and it goes on sale quite often. Where with the Fire Stick Max, it goes for $59.99 US as well, so a $10 increase from the Roku device. But Amazon constantly is selling these for 20% plus off. If you wait a month or two, you can almost always get this for like 40 bucks. In fact, it's on sale right now. And I have the link to both these products down below as well if you guys want to support the channel. I get a little kickback from Amazon. It's not a lot, but it's a little something. So I really hope this video helped you decide which one of these you're really interested in. And if you have any questions at all, drop them down below in the comments, and I'm going to answer these comments super quick. You're gonna get an answer within, it's gonna be quick, I promise you. So thank you guys for watching this video, and let me know down below which two products I should compare next. See you guys in the next one.